I think it is a fair comment that the budget does represent the priority of the majority of this legislature. The question in my mind is, what are your priorities? I see no money for transit. My understanding of the rumblings across the hall is that we're going to do little or anything for preschool. We have a job training program that, interestingly enough, that some of the corporate sector wanted. It seems to have disappeared. This bill is without any vision. It is as if we have no new problems, no strong problems. Everything is just great. This is an everything is just fine budget. It challenges no one to do anything. It makes no broad promise to the public. It leads us nowhere, with the possible exception that we'll pave some roads, as long as they're roads and they're not transit, because we don't want that. I hear from Representative Brown that Chin's cases are up 45%, so our answer is to put more staff on the problem. Where's the answer to stop the problem? Where's the money directed to ending the opioid crisis, to getting broadband into the rural areas, to taking care of the rural schools? Where's the money for any of those things? Where's the money for the pockets of poverty in our large cities? It's just not here. If we ignore it, apparently the thought is it will go away.
We had a budget. We proposed a budget that everybody would win. Every school corporation would do well. It wouldn't be any winners or losers. Everyone would do well. Over 1 million students would do well. With this budget, it doesn't seem to be that way. We're very concerned about the $45 million they're saying reversion dollars that they say we're going to revert back. The average has been over $300 million. We got $2.2 billion surplus. We're raising cigarette taxes. We want to raise the gas tax. We're shifting dollars over to the working men and women. But we won't hold the financial institution taxes or corporate taxes. We won't freeze those to help us get through this point. The shift is just shifting more and more and more.
We've heard where there's some unmet needs, but there is an awful lot of spending in this budget, particularly with respect to testing. We've debated testing for many years here on the floor, but it's finally time to start debating the cost. Seeing well over $50 million allocated to plopping kids in front of a computer and having them sit there for hour and after hour and work through a test that doesn't work very well and doesn't yield very useful results. We pledged to do away with something called ISTEP, but we're simply going to substitute it with a different name and with the exact same amount of dollars. These are dollars that could fund a lot of other noble things. They also could be used to give a gift back to the taxpayers, if that was so your wish. There's some people in Indiana could use that money. It was allocated for better purposes.